Good evening, children.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. So today's session, we'll have in two parts. The first part we'll do some questions from arithmetic progressions, and then we'll continue with coordinate geometry. So first, arithmetic progression. Please write the question. Please write down the question along with me. All right. So a thief after committing a theft. I've shared my screen, children. Is it visible to all of you? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes,
good.
ma'am.
Very good. Okay. So a thief, after committing a theft, runs at a uniform speed of 50 meters per minute. After 2 minutes, a policeman runs to catch him. The policeman goes 60 meters in the first minute and increases his speed by 5 meters per minute every succeeding minute. After how many minutes will the policeman catch the thief? Okay. So now, when the policeman catches the thief, the distance covered by the thief will be equal to the distance covered by the policeman. Finally, when the thief is caught, the distance covered by the thief will be equal to the distance covered by the policeman. That's why the thief is caught, right? But the time they take, there's a difference in the time taken. The policeman starts only after 2 minutes. Okay, so if the policeman runs for n minutes, then the thief would have ran for n plus 2 minutes. Okay, see, if the policeman runs for n minutes to catch the thief, then the thief would have ran for n plus 2 minutes because he had started 2 minutes earlier, right? Or if you take the time, taken, that is the time in which the thief has run as n minutes, then the policeman will be n minus 2 minutes. How do we construct the equation here? This is the equation in words. Distance covered by the thief is equal to the distance covered by the policeman. So if you go with this assumption that the policeman runs for n minutes, the thief runs for n plus 2 minutes. Or if you say the thief runs for n minutes, then policeman 2 minutes less, no? So the policeman will run for n minus 2 minutes. So the equation is the distance covered by the policeman in n minutes is equal to the distance covered by the thief in n plus 2 minutes. That's the equation. That's all. Or the distance covered by the policeman in n minus 2 minutes is equal to the distance covered by the thief in n minutes. Whichever assumption you're going to use. We'll work both. Okay. Yeah, please work along with me. Now, every term in this AP for the thief represents the distance covered by the thief in every minute. The arithmetic progression for the thief, the terms there represent the distance covered by the thief every minute. So the thief covers 50 meters in the first minute, 50 meters in the second minute, 50 meters in the third minute, 50 meters in the fourth minute, so on to n terms, because he runs for every n minutes before being caught. The thief has run for n minutes before being caught. Okay, so first minute 50 meters, second minute 50 meters, third minute 50 meters, so on till n minutes, right? So n terms, up to n terms, because n minutes, so n terms. First term, see, supposing 10 minutes, so 10 terms, right? If supposing the thief has run for 10 minutes, then you'll have 10 terms. If the thief runs for 20 minutes, you'll have 20 terms, because for every minute 50 meters. Every minute 50 meters. So if he has run for 20 minutes, you will have 20 terms. So n minutes, n terms. Now, how do you find the total distance? It will be 50 plus 50 plus 50 to n terms. Now we know that a repeated addition is multiplication. Now supposing we have 50 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50 25 times. Then it is 50 into 25. 50 into 25 because repeated addition is multiplication. When you have, say 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, 20 times. So what is the sum? 2 into 20, 40. In the same way, we have 50 plus 50 plus 50 up to n terms. So the sum will be 50n. 50 into n, which is 50n meters. 50n meters. So the thief has covered 50n meters in running n minutes. Just take the next slide. I'll share this picture on WhatsApp and take the next slide. You can also take a screenshot. I've sent a picture on WhatsApp, children. So if the thief has run for n minutes, the policeman would have run for n minus 2 minutes. So like if he had run for 20 minutes, policeman 18 minutes. Because he starts 2 minutes later, right? So if he was caught in 20 minutes, that means the policeman has run only for 18 minutes. So he'll have 18 terms. One term for every minute he has. One term for every minute. So 18 minutes, 18 terms. N minus 2 minutes, n minus 2 terms. So what does every term represent here? The distance covered by the policeman in every minute. 60 meters in the first minute, 65 meters in the second minute, 70 meters in the third minute. Like this, he runs for n minus 2 minutes. So n minus 2 terms. The distance covered by the policeman. So what's the formula? N by 2. Here n is n minus 2. N by 2, which is n minus 2 by 2 of 2a. 2 into 60 plus n minus 1. N minus 2 minus 1 into d, 5. Formula. 120 plus n minus 3 into 5. You can even take out 5 common. You can take out 5 common and write it as n plus 21 into n minus 2 by 2. Five fours are, yeah. Yeah, please solve and find the value for n. Please complete, children. Just a minute. So the value of n is 7. Now what is 7? 7 is 7 minutes. And who takes or who runs for 7 minutes? The thief. But the question is, for how long did the policeman run to catch the thief? So he runs 2 minutes less. So 7 minus 2, 5 minutes. So the policeman runs for 5 minutes to catch the thief. Or the thief was caught by the policeman in 5 minutes. The thief was caught by the policeman in 5 minutes. In 7 minus 2, because n minus 2, no? 7 minus 2, 5 minutes. Completed, all of you?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so what's the question? A thief, after committing a crime, he runs. The policeman runs behind him after 2 minutes. So we have assumed the time taken or the time the thief has run, okay, to be n minutes and policeman n minus 2 minutes. Now the thief covers 50, yeah? I forgot. The thief covers, 50 meters every, he runs at a uniform speed. He's very disciplined. Okay, so thief, he runs at a uniform speed. So every minute he covers 50 meters. First minute 50 meters, second minute 50 meters. So he runs at a uniform speed, the thief. So how long he runs? N minutes. The policeman follows him. He runs for n minus 2 minutes because he starts 2 minutes later. So he runs for n minus 2 minutes. Now the policeman has to keep increasing his speed in order to catch the thief. So he starts at 60 meters in the first minute and then he increases his speed by 5 meters every minute. So he goes 60 meters in the first minute, 65 meters in the second minute, 70 meters in the third minute, and so on. And finally, he catches the thief. So the question is, how long the policeman had to run to catch the thief is the question. So what is the equation? That is what you need to construct in words in your mind before you actually start answering. How will you construct the equation? Construct the equation in words in your mind. So the equation in words is the distance covered by the thief in n minutes is equal to the distance covered by the policeman in n minus 2 minutes. So when the distance covered is the same, that means the police has caught the thief. Okay, so maybe I'll just write that in the end. That's the equation. That's why we equated 1 and 2. The equation involves is distance, make a note of this, covered by the thief in n minutes is equal to the distance covered by the policeman in n minus 2 minutes. I told you you can also take this one as n minutes and this one as n plus 2 minutes. Thief runs 2 minutes extra. So you can also do this. Then the distance covered by the thief will be, he runs at a uniform speed, no? So 50 into n plus 2. This will be the distance covered by the thief. Because you will have 50 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50, n plus 2 times. 50 plus 50 plus 50, n plus 2 times. So it will be 50 into n plus 2. And for the policeman, n terms. 60, 65, 70, 75, n terms. So n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 and 2t, an equate. Okay. Shall we go to the next one, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I didn't tell you about this, but after splitting the middle term and finding the values for n is minus 6. N is the time taken and cannot be negative. So that's not possible. Minus 6 is not possible. So n is 7. Okay. So 150 workers were engaged to finish a piece of work in certain number of days. So say 150 workers were engaged for 5 days to finish a piece of work. So 150 into 5, 750 that is the work of 750 workers or the work of 750 people were needed to complete the task. 150 workers, 1 day. So if they were engaged for 5 days, 115 to 5, 750. The effort of 750 people was needed to complete that work. Please understand that the effort of 750 people, 150 workers work for 1 day. So like that, if they work for 5 days, 115 to 5, 750, the effort of 750 people were needed to complete that piece of work. Okay, so here in this question, we're going to equate the manpower. We're going to equate the manpower. See, the piece of work is the same. So the manpower needed to, complete the piece of work is going to remain the same. Let's read the question ahead. 4 workers dropped the second day. So actually, the plan was to engage 150 workers, and they were supposed to turn up. All the 150 workers were supposed to turn up every other day. Okay, so like that, we'll say that the work was supposed to be completed in n days. Had all the 150 workers turned up every single day, the work would have been completed in n days. Okay, but that did not happen. So we always have to have a plan B, right? Plan A was that didn't work. So now see what happens. 4 workers dropped the second day. So first day, all of them turned up. Second day, 4 workers dropped. Third day, 4 more workers dropped. And like that it goes on. Okay, so 4 workers keep dropping every other day. Now what happens? The work is delayed by 8 days. So it takes 8 more days to complete the work now. It should have been completed in n days. Now it takes n plus 8 days. As per plan, it should have been completed in n days. Now, because 4 workers dropped every other day, the work is delayed by 8 days. It takes 8 more days to finish the work. So n plus 8. Find the number of days in which the work was completed. Okay, so the number, see in both the situations, see first one AP is 150, 150, 150, 150 for n days. One AP is 150, 150, 150 for n days. The second AP is 150, what is minus 4, 146, minus 4, 142, minus 4, 138, minus 4, 134, like that. So we have one AP with 150, 150, 150 n terms because the work should have been completed in n days. For every day you have 150, right? So n days, so n terms. Second AP we have 150, 146, 142. Like that, the work was completed in n plus 8 days. So you'll have n plus 8 terms because for every day you have a term, right? First day 150, second day 146. For every day you have a term. Now, how many days was taken to complete the work? Actually, n plus 8 days. So you'll have n plus 8 terms. So the manpower in both the cases is the same. The manpower engaged in both the cases is the same because the work, to complete this work, a fixed manpower is needed. So the manpower, that is the sum of all the workers in the first AP, is equal to the sum of all the workers in the second AP. The sum of all the workers in the first AP is equal to the sum of all the workers in the second AP. That's the equation here. So we equate the manpower in both the cases. Please work along with me. So we'll assume that the actual time, the planned time needed to complete the work be n days. So we believed every 150 people will turn up every other day. So 150, 150, 150, like that, they turn up for n days or n terms we have, and the work is done. So the total manpower engaged, that is the total number of people engaged. Okay, so the total manpower engaged is 150 plus 150 plus 150 to n terms. And again, it's a repeated addition. So multiplication. So 150 into n. Like if n was 10 days, 150 into 10, 1,500 people. So here n terms, n days. So 150 into n. 150 n men meaning people were engaged to complete the task. But this did not happen. Okay. So here the first, on the first day, 150 workers turn up. Second day, 146. Third day, 142. Four keep dropping every day. So how do you find the sum of all these terms? N by 2. So n plus 8 by 2 of 2a, 2 into 150 plus n minus 1. N plus 8 minus 1 into d. Be careful. D is not 4, it's minus 4. Because how do you find d? 146 minus 150. Second term minus the first term. Second term 146 minus the first term. So minus 4 is the common difference. We minus 4 and minus 28. Send the image on WhatsApp, children. If you have not completed, please use that. It's 300 minus 28, 280, 272. Four, 6 are 24, 4, 8 are 32. It is a 64, 6 carried over, it is a 40, 8 and 6 carried over. Okay, so 54. All right, so this is 1. This is 1. Sorry, not this one. This is 1, children. This is the total manpower engaged in the first case. And this is the total manpower engaged in the second case. So 1 is equal to 1 is equal to 2. That is 150 N is equal to 2 into minus N squared plus 60 N plus 544. So 150 by 2, 150 N by 2 is equal to minus N squared plus 60 N plus 544. So 75 N this becomes so N squared plus 15N minus 544 is equal to 0. You can strip the middle term or you can use a quadratic formula. Please work. Okay, I use a calculator, so now I'm going to split the middle term. So it's going to be minus 544 by 17, 32. So plus 32N minus 17N minus 5. You can use a quadratic formula. So plus 32N minus 17N is plus 15N, and the product 32 into 17 is 544, correct? Yeah. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Completed, children?
Yes.
Yeah. So 150 plus 150 plus 150 plus 150 for n days. So number of people engaged there is equal to 150n. That is our actual plan. But that did not happen. What happened? 150, 146, 142. That's what happened. So what was the consequence? The work was delayed by 8 days. So our actual plan n days. Now what actually happened was n plus 8 days. So how did we construct the equation? We equated the manpowers in both the cases. In the first case, 150, 150, 150 n days. Second case, 150, 146, 142 n plus 8 days. The sum of all the terms in the first case is equal to the sum of all the terms in the second case. So equating these two, you'll be able to find the value of n. What is n? N is that actual plan, 150, 150. But that didn't happen, no? So n plus 8 is what actually happened. So the work was completed in 17 plus 8, 25 days. It should have been completed in n days, 17 days. But it was delayed by 8 days. So 17 plus 8, 25 days. Please understand. So these questions are applications of arithmetic progression. They are really simple. The thing is, you need to construct the equation and words in your mind first. Understand the situation and how to construct the equation. That idea you should have framed in words, not in your mind. Like you can even write the equation and words in your paper. So that idea you need to construct first. Only then you'll be comfortable working. Let me write that idea for you here. Manpower in case 1 is equal to manpower in case 2. What's the idea? Sum of all the terms in the first case is equal to sum of all the terms in the second case. Next one. Any questions? Children, we'll go to the next one.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Two cars start together in the same direction from the same place. Okay. So two cars start together in the same direction from the same place. So two cars, they're at the moment in the same place and they start off at the same time in the same direction. Okay. The first goes with a uniform speed of 10 kilometers per hour. The second goes at a speed of 8 kilometers per hour in the first hour and increases the speed by half kilometer in each succeeding hours. After how many hours will the second car overtake the first car if both the cars go non-stop? So here also the equation words is in order to in order that the second car overtakes the first car, first they must match the distances, right? The distance covered by the first car and the distance covered by the second car should be the same. And then the second car, because it's increasing its speed by half a kilometer every hour, first the distance covered by the two cars will be the same. And after that point, the second car will overtake the first car. So here also the equation words is the distance covered by the first car in n hours is equal to the distance covered by the second car in n hours, because they start at the same time, same place, same time, same direction. They both of them start at the same time. So both of them travel for, say like 10 hours or 5 hours, 10 hours. Both of them travel for the same period of time. So the distance covered by the first car in n hours is equal to the distance covered by the second car in n hours. That's the equation. Now, supposing that n is, say, 11, that means after 11 hours, the second car will overtake the first car. The distance, supposing n is 11, it means the distance covered by the first car in 11 hours is equal to the distance covered by the second car in 11 hours. Now the second car is increasing its speed by half a kilometer every hour, right? So after 11 hours, the second car will overtake the first car. And from there on, it will always be ahead. From there on, the second car will always be ahead of the first car. Yeah, please work. So the first car travels for n hours before it's overtaken by the second car. So every hour, 10 kilometers. First hour 10 kilometers, second hour 10 kilometers, third hour 10 kilometers, so on till n hours or n terms. So the total distance covered will be 10 plus 10 plus 10 to n terms. Repeated addition is multiplication. So 10 into n, 10n kilometers. So the first car covers 10n kilometers in n hours. I'll just come back, children. Please continue. Completed, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the distance covered by the first car in 9 hours is equal to the distance covered by the second car in 9 hours. After 9 hours, at the end of 9 hours, the second car will overtake the first car. In 9 hours, the distance covered by the first car and the distance covered by the second car is the same. After 9 hours, the second car will overtake the first car. The distance covered by the first car in 9 hours is equal to the distance covered by the second car in 9 hours. That's why we constructed the equation like distance covered by the first car in n hours is equal to the distance covered by the second car in n hours. Children, use the emoji, raise your hand. Sorry. Swati, Tanishka, Niveda, Blessy, Mritsa, Aragamai, Akshada, Krishna Priyan, Jayvarshni, Bhavishya, Srivatsan, Kamalika, Aniruddhan, and Pratish. Okay. All the children, very good. Thank you. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I want you to try the sixth one in this. Please try the sixth one, children. I'll just read the question for you. The ticket receipts at the show of a film amounted to rupees 6,500 on the first day and showed a drop of rupees 110 every succeeding day. If the operational expenses of the show are rupees 1,000 a day, find on which day the show ceases to be profitable. That's the question. Yeah. Oh, I think I'm taking it. Sorry. Yeah, here. The ticket receipts at the show of a film amounted to rupees 6,500 on the first day and showed a drop of rupees 110 every succeeding day. So the first day the film was, aired in the cinema hall. They made a total sales of 6,500 rupees. The total money they get by selling the tickets, was 6,500 rupees. And every day the sale proceeds, it reduced by 110 rupees. Next day, for the same show, next day, the total sale proceeds was 6,500 minus 110. The day after that, for the show, the sales proceeds was 6,500 minus 110 minus 110. now they've given you that the operational expenses, that is, if they have to, make the show on a particular day, they have this expense of 1,000 rupees. So you wouldn't like to go ahead, putting up the show if you're going to earn less than 1,000 rupees. You want to have at least 1,000. Even if your operational expenses and your sales proceeds are equal, you wouldn't mind. At least you're not, like incurring a loss. Your operational expenses, that is to air the show, your operational expenses is 1,000 rupees. So if you know that your operational if you know that the sales proceeds is going to be below 1,000 rupees, you will not put up the show, right? Why would you do it when it's going to be, because your minimum expenditure is 1,000 rupees, operational expenses. And if you know your sales proceeds is going to, the sales proceeds meaning the money which you're going to collect or get by selling your tickets. If that's going to be less than 1,000 rupees, why would you even, run the show? So that's what it is. So the sales proceeds is going to decrease by 110 rupees every other day. Your operational expenses, 1,000 rupees a day. So you're going to put up the show as long as you're going to get more than 1,000 rupees. Now, when it goes less than 1,000 rupees, you're not going to do the show. That is what is the question. So find on which day the show ceases to be profitable. Ceases to be profitable meaning the day when the sales proceeds go less than 1,000 rupees. You will have to find on which day the sales proceeds, the money you get by selling the tickets, will be less than 1,000 rupees. That's what you have to find. Yeah, please try this. I'll come back in about in less than 10 minutes. Please write the question and try the answer. All right. So the ticket receipts on the first day of the show, 6,500. I'm taking my calculator. 6,500 minus 110. So the ticket receipts on the second day of the show, 6,390 minus 110. The ticket receipts on the third day of the show, 6,280. Okay, so there is a fall in the ticket receipts by 110 rupees. Operational expenses, 1,000 rupees. So the the theater person, he does not want to incur a loss. So he will run the show till he gets at least 1,000 rupees as ticket receipts. The day he knows it's going to go less than that, he'll not run the show. So that day is what we have to find. Which day is that is what we have to find. So the condition here is which term of the AP will be less than 1,000 rupees is the condition. See, the first term of the AP is 6,500. The second term of the AP is 6,390. The third term of the AP is 6,280. Fourth term, fifth term, sixth term. Which term of the AP will be less than 1,000 rupees is the condition here. The condition is which term of the AP will be less than 1,000. Okay, so that which term? That means AN. AN, this is A1, this is A2, this is A3. So which term? AN, the nth term. The nth term less than 1,000. This is the condition. So if you write this, then this will take you to the next step and finally you get the correct answer. So this means A plus N minus 1 into D is less than 1,000. A is 6,500 plus N minus 1. We do not know the value of N. That's what we have to find. Into D, be careful. 6,390 minus 6,500. So minus 110. A2 minus A1 minus 110 is less than 1,000. Now this is, like you can transpose 6,500. So we have N minus 1 into minus 110. So I'll just put that here. Minus 110, I'll put it here. It's N minus 1 into D, right? N minus 1 into D into 110. Okay, let me put a bracket here also. 6,500 A plus N minus 1 into D into minus 110. Now I've put it minus 110 in the beginning here into N minus 1. 6,500 you can transpose. Less than 1,000 minus 6,500 you can transpose. So we have minus 110 into N minus 1 is less than minus 5,500. Now, we know when we work with inequalities, when you cancel the minus sign on both the sides, the inequality will be reversed. For example, we know that minus 2 is greater than minus 4. Minus 2 is greater than minus 4. Now, when you cancel the minus sign on both the sides, 2 greater than 4, no, is false. So when you cancel the minus on both the sides, the inequality is reversed, meaning it's now 2 less than 4. This is true. So here when you cancel out the minus on both the sides, minus and minus, when you cancel it out on both the sides, you should not actually cancel. In the next step, you write it without the minus sign. When it's an equation, you can cancel the minus sign on both the sides. When it's an inequality, don't cancel the minus sign on either sides. You don't write the minus sign in the next step. So you just write 110 into N minus 1 and 5,500. So you've removed the minus signs on both the sides. Now reverse the inequality. Reverse the inequality. Less than becomes greater than will become less than. Just reverse the inequality. Now n minus 1 is greater than 5,500 divided by 110. N minus 1 is greater than what's this? 50. N is greater than 50 plus 1. N is greater than 51. N is greater than 51. So not 51. N is greater than 51. That means 52. 52 is not the only number which is greater than 51. I'll just finish that. So n greater than 51. So the immediate natural number is 52. So on the 52nd day of the show, the ticket proceeds or the sale proceeds or the ticket receipts will go less than 1,000 rupees. Will go less than 1,000 rupees. On the 52nd day, in fact, from the 52nd day onwards, the ticket receipts will be less than 1,000 rupees. So we've answered the question. On which day will the ticket receipts go less than 1,000? Will go less than the operational expenses. So on the 52nd day. You can even check that. And so, okay, let me just see. Find on which day the show ceases to be profitable. Ceases meaning stops. Ceases to be meaning stops being profitable. So on the 52nd day, the show will cease to be profitable. The show ceases to be profitable. So you can verify your answer by finding, A51. The 51st term. You can find the 51st term, no? A51. A plus 50D. What is this? We have A greater than 51, right? So we'll just find A51. That is, we'll find the ticket receipts for the 51st day. Okay, A51 is equal to A plus 50D. A is 6,500 plus 50 into D is minus 110. So 6,500 minus 5,500, which is equal to 1,000. Okay, so you can see that on the 51st day, the ticket receipts and the operational expenses are equal on the 51st day. Ceases to be profitable meaning not profitable. This is no profit, no loss. When is it not profitable? From the next day, it's not profitable. That means that it's a loss. The answer is not 51 because on the 51st day, you cannot say it's not profitable. You cannot say anything like 0 is neither positive nor negative. 0 is an integer which is neither positive nor negative. In the same way, 1,000, it's neither a profit nor a loss because it's equal, break even. Ceases meaning stops being profitable. So stops being profitable. This is no profit, no loss. Stops being profitable from the 52nd day. So you can see that the ticket receipts on the 51st day is 1,000. So A52, A plus 51D. Okay, so 6,500 plus 51 into minus 110. Of course, it will be 890 because 1,000 minus 110, no? So it will be 890. Just showing you the procedure. So 6,500 minus, very bad with calculations. Is it correct? Yeah. So this is what it is, children. You see? So this is how application questions of arithmetic progressions will look like. Was that okay, children? Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Aniruddhan, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, now I want you to try the ninth one. Please try the ninth one. 9 and 14, children. Please work the ninth one and the 14th one. I said, that's why I don't like to make statements, I said, actually, I've created another meeting link for coordinate geometry, but I think we'll just continue with arithmetic progressions. We just have 20 minutes more. So we'll do, we'll do coordinate geometry in the next class. Yeah. Work 9 and 14. I'll come back in some time. Please try. Yeah, children, I'm going to unshare my screen. Yeah, what's the answer for the 9th one? Yeah, what's the answer for the 9th one? You have to find the first 3 terms of the AP and SN. Okay. Still working on it, is it, children? Tell me something. Okay. If the first term of an AP is 100, so A is 100, and the sum of the first 6 terms, A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4 plus A5 plus A6, is equal to 5 times 5 into the sum of the next 6 terms. So sum of the next 6 terms, you can write A7, A8, A9, A10, A11, A12. Or how do you represent the sum of the next 6 terms? It's the sum of the first 12 terms minus the sum of the first 6 terms. The sum of the next 6 terms. The sum of the first 12 terms minus the sum of the first 6 terms will give us the sum of the next 6 terms. That is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Here. Oh, I've not shared my screen. I'm sorry. I've been writing here. Okay, what is Swati saying? Let me check. So Swati, I've got 5n into 21 minus n. Let me just check Swati. Yeah. Yeah, I was telling you. What is A12, A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4 plus A5 plus A6 plus A7 plus A8 plus A9 plus A10 plus A11 plus A12. So this is S12, children. This is S12. Sum of the first 12 terms is what you see here. Now take away the sum of the first 6 terms. So take away the sum of the first 6 terms. What are you left with? The sum of the next 6 terms. From the sum of the first 12 terms, if you take away the sum of the first 6 terms, you will be left with the sum of the next 6 terms. So sum of the next 6 terms can be written as S12 minus S6. Very simple. See here. Yeah. You can see I've shared my screen. Visible, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So we are given that the first term is 100. First term, A is 100. And this is what is given in the question. The sixth, no, what was given? Read that properly. 1 second. If the first term is 100 and the sum of the first 6 terms is equal to the sum of the is 5 times, okay, is equal to 5 times the sum of the next 6 terms. Okay. So the sum of the first 6 terms, S6, the sum of the first 6 terms, S6, is equal to 5 times 5 into the sum of the next 6 terms. Okay. So how do you write the sum of the first 6 terms? N by 2 of the first term plus the last term. You can do it in 2 ways. N by 2 of the first term plus the last term. That's a formula, right? N by 2 of the first term, A1 plus the last term. For S6, the last term is A6. So like this is S6. S6 is 6 by 2 of the first term A1 plus the last term A6. So 6 by 2 is 3. A1 is A and A6 is A plus 5D. So this part you understand. Now coming to the other side, 5 times the sum of the next 6 terms. 5 times is 5 into next 6 terms. A7, A8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So this one we understand the simplification. A plus A is 2A, 5D. The left hand side is okay. Now look at the right hand side. So some of the next 6 terms I've written here, A7 to A12. So now if you have to use a formula, how many terms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 terms. I've worked in a different way. I'll tell you that S12 minus S6 also. So how many terms are here? 6 terms. So 6 by 2 of the first term plus the last term. First term is A7 and the last term is A12. A7 means A plus 6D. A12 is A plus 11D. So when you work this, you're able to find the value. And you know A is 100. You know A is 100. You're given A is 100. So you can find the value of D. It's minus 10. So these are the first 3 terms of the AP. And how do you find Sn? In the formula, N will be N. You should substitute for A and D. In the formula, you have A, N, and D. You have A, N, and D. N will remain N. You should substitute for A and D. A is what? 100. And D we have found minus 10. So when you work that, you will get Sn. Swati, what? Yeah, I think you're right. Very good, Swati. 210 minus, yes. Good. You're right, Swati. So first term is given to be 100. Sum of the first 6 terms is equal to 5 times the sum of the next 6 terms. Please understand this one. Sum of the first 6 terms, n by 2, 6 by 2, of the first term plus the last term, A1 plus A6. 5 into next 6 terms, A7 to A12. Now, how do you find the sum of these terms? This 5 you can see here into how many terms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 terms. So 6 by 2, n by 2, 6 by 2 of the first term A7 plus the last term A12. That's the formula, n by 2 to find the sum. N by 2 of the first term plus the last term. Now A7 is A plus 60, A12 is A plus 11D. Yeah. So in this equation, you have A and D, but you know A is 100. So you can work and find the value of D. So now that you have A and D, you can find the AP. The first 3 terms of the AP are 100, 90, and 80. And to find Sn, use the Sn formula, n by 2 of 2A plus n minus 1 into D. There you will have to substitute for A and D. N will remain N. So that is 105N minus 5N squared. Yeah, please work. Yeah, please work, children. Okay, we'll see the answer for the next one. What was that question? In an AP, the sum of the first 10 terms and the next 10 terms are minus 80 and minus 280 respectively. Find the first 3 terms of the AP and AN. Yeah. So sum of the first 10 terms, A1 plus A2 plus A3, so on till A10, is minus 80. Formula n by 2, 10 by 2 of the first term, A1 plus the last term, A10, is equal to minus 80. So A1 is A, A10 is A plus 9D. You can also use the formula n by 2 of 2A plus n minus 1 into D. That also you can use. So you get an equation in A and D. Next, the sum of the next 10 terms. That is A11 plus A12. First 10 terms is still A10. Next 10 terms, so A11, A12, so on till A20 is minus 280. The sum of the next 10 terms, that is A11 plus A12 plus A13, so on till A20 is minus 280. The formula is n by 2 of the first term plus the last term. N by 2, 10 by 2, because 10 terms. A20 does not mean 20 terms. We are starting only from the 11th term, right? So from the 11th term to the 20th term, there are only 10 terms. Don't go with A20, 20. No. How many terms have you added here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till 20 you count. That is A11, A12, A13 till A20. There are 10 terms. So 10 by 2 of the first term, A11 plus the last term, A20, is equal to minus 280. 10 by 2 is 5. A11 is A plus 10D. A20 is A plus 19D is equal to minus 280. So this is the second equation in A and D. On solving the two equations, you get these values for A and D. And then you generate the AP and find AN. How do you find AN? A plus n minus 1 into D. So here you don't substitute for n. You substitute only for A and D because you want to find AN, right? So n is n. You want to find AN. So n is n. You'll have to substitute for A and D. A is 1 and D is minus 2. N will remain n. So you can see here. 3 minus 2n. Recall, AN is a linear expression in n. Sn will be a quadratic expression in n. AN will always be a linear expression. Linear expression in n. Sn will always be a quadratic expression. Quadratic expression in n. So for the second, information, that is the sum of the next 20, sorry, the sum of the next 10 terms is minus 280. You can also construct the equation like this. S20 minus S10 is equal to minus 280. The sum of the, 1 minute, sum of next 10 terms is equal to minus 280. So next 10 terms meaning the sum of the first 20 terms minus the sum of the first 10 terms is equal to minus 280. A1, A2, A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4, like this goes on till plus A10 plus A11, like this till A20 plus A20. So this is S20. What is S20? A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4, so on till A20. From this, if you remove S10, that is A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4 till A10, if you remove, you'll get the sum of the next 10 terms. See here, A11 to A20. So sum of next 10 terms will be sum of the first 20 terms minus the sum of the first 10 terms is equal to minus 280. So S20 minus, we know S10 is minus 80. It's given. Minus 80. S10 is minus 80. So minus 80 is equal to minus 280. So S20 plus 80 is equal to minus 280. So S20 is equal to minus 280 minus 80. So S20 is equal to minus 360. So you can now continue working with this. N by 2, 20 by 2 of 2a plus n minus 1, 20 minus 1 into d is equal to minus 360. You can also generate the second equation like this. The first information, nothing else can be done because the sum of the first 10 terms is minus 80. So that's direct. Nothing, you cannot do it in a different way. The next information, sum of the next 10 terms, can be written as sum of the first 20 terms minus the sum of the first 10 terms is equal to minus 280. But we know sum of first 10 terms is minus 80. So minus into minus plus, and this comes to the other side as minus 80. So minus 360 is the sum of the first 20 terms. So now 20 by 2 of 2a plus 20 minus 1 into d is equal to minus 360. You get another equation. Solve and find the values of a and d. Same thing. Then rest is the same. Okay, I'll just share the remaining questions on this paper. I hope all of you can take a screenshot, or you can use your phone to take pictures. Yeah, you can go through the remaining questions, and you also have the working. So you can just practice the other questions in this paper. Please take a picture. I'll always give an instruction and like change it. Let me share the images on WhatsApp with you, children. Okay. Okay. All right, children. I'll share the images right away. Like I'll end the meeting and I'll share the images on WhatsApp. Please practice them. All right, children. So that's it for today's session. Thank you so much. You may leave the call. Good night.
Thank you, mom.
Thank you, children. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good
Thank
night.
you.